Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm Stephanie if you're new here. Today we are going to try out the new electric canner. I told you guys in other videos that I wanted to get one, so I finally have one. I am going to be using it for the first time today, and I have a bunch of hamburger and stuff that needs to be canned up. I'm gonna do the hamburger a little bit different than I did in my other canning video. Nothing much different, but I'm gonna drain out the extra fat, and then we're just gonna add hot water to it. But I'm gonna show you how to use the electric canner from my understanding of how the instructions go. For this canner, I'm going to be using 7 pint jars, and we are going to be getting about 7 pounds of hamburger, 1 pound of hamburger per jar. I have my stuff ready here. I have my jars in the dishwasher right now. I put them on sanitize, and then I'm going to be putting them in the pressure cooker. One of the things with this is when you use it, it heats up your jars first before you start adding everything to it. But I'm not that far yet. I have to, we're gonna cook up the hamburger, get that started. And then when that is almost done, we're gonna shut off the heat, and then we're gonna start timing our pressure cooker. And I will show you everything that you need to do. I quick watched a couple videos on how to do it, so I'm hoping that I get it right. It doesn't seem too hard to do, and it's pretty similar to using an Instant Pot if you're used to that. But for this one, this is mainly used for pressure cooking. So we're gonna give it a try. I think this is probably gonna be a little easier than my bigger one that I use. But with my bigger one, I'm able to get, I forget how many I can get in, like 14 jars in that one, versus this one is just 7. So I'm going to do 2 batches probably today, because I have 20 pounds of hamburger that needs to be cooked up and canned. So some of it I might end up just using it for another meal. Jars are ready, my lids are ready. I have everything ready for that. I have my hot water boiling right now for when I need to fill this up. So this needs to be filled. Well, actually I can fill this up with some warm water. Inside there is a fill line, so we'll be filling that up with some warm water. The water over there is going to be my water that we're going to be adding to the jars after I get the jars packed and stuff. So we're gonna get the hamburger going, and then when we get to the point of putting everything in here, I will come back and show you guys. So my hamburger is almost done. We're gonna get the pressure cooker going to where we need to. I have my manual right here. We're going to be doing ground meat, and it tells you all the different meat you can in this. We're gonna process it for 75 minutes because I'm going to be using pint jars. If you're going to use quart jars, you're gonna do the 90. So when you start this, I already press select, so you just push this button, and then it gives me this amount of time, and now I'm just gonna bring it up to 75. So hopefully you guys can see that on there. Okay, so 75, and I'm gonna press this, and it says to insert jars. So I'm gonna put my hot water in there up to the fill line. Okay, so I'm gonna fill the jars over there with some water. I'm gonna put some hot water in here also, and then we're gonna press start. I'm gonna go over what we just had problems with. I just had Eli come over and help me. When you put the cover on, you line it up here and you move this over. I couldn't put this down. See, I can't put it down all the way. So Eli was just showing me how to, you have to wiggle the cover just a little bit to get this to spin over like that. So that was kind of a little issue. But now that I got that going, we have the jars. I'm gonna press start. Now they're gonna warm. And I think they said it takes about like 15-20 minutes for the jars to warm up. And then once the jars are warm, we can start putting all the meat and stuff in. We're just gonna let it go for right now, and the timing is 75 minutes, so it's gonna start doing that. So right now it's just gonna heat up, and then it's gonna continue to do what it needs to, and I'll come back when we need to add the regulator. All right, so the next step is putting on the regulator. It tells you up here on the top, it says vent, can, and vent. You want this to go right on top, the canning, just right on top like that.